What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I figured we would get into a look at Factorio. Now, I can't remember if I did a LP of this or not, but you know what? We'll jump into it. I do have some mods installed, so it is going to be a little weird. I'll jump into a new game for you guys. Make them very low, very small, and very poor. Starting area will be big. Enemies on attack first, and our seed will be 2. Okay. That was weird, but we'll just generate it. This is Factorio Freeplay. Your task is to launch a rocket to explore space. Do this by constructing a rocket silo and launching a rocket with a satellite. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. Tab. Ugh, God. I'm all pixelated. Ugh, where the hell am I? Drop me off in this barren wasteland. And who the hell is singing? Well, anyway, welcome guys to the world of Factorio. Like it said, this is, basically your mission. You're in free play. There is a story mode. I haven't delved too much with story mode. But, yeah, this is your mission. Your mission is to gather resources, expand your knowledge as far as everything is concerned. And, like I said, there's a lot of knowledge. Now, there's a little bit more than normal here because, like I said, I have mods installed. So, yeah, I figured we play a little bit of this, gather up the basics, and go from there. So, I'm going to do a little bit of fidangling and mining off screen, and I'll be right back so I don't bore you with this noise forever. So, yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Alright, so sorry about that, make sure we're back, okay. The basics of the game are as follows. You basically mine resources, refine them into a particular thing, in this case iron plates, and I have the mod on, well, not the mod, the command line to speed things up, because this is just a look at it. It's not the actual, we're not actually playing the game. I was going to load up my started save for my personal world, but that would be weird. So your goal is literally this. You're just mining resources. Now, what you want to watch out for is balancing pollution versus, you want to watch your carbon footprint, basically, because the more destructive you are to nature, the more nature will fight back in the end. And by that I mean the native animals to the world, biters, spitters, I believe they're called colossus. They will evolve depending on how you treat the world. And by that I mean they will either evolve rapidly and become very difficult to deal with, and basically start to overpopulate the planet to the point where you can't fight back anymore, or you're burning resources so fast, you're burning through your resources faster than you can manage them to deal with them, and it's not a nice time. So you want to use things that produce steam and basically don't produce pollution at all, because this right here, this is a stone furnace. It's burning coal or wood. It produces 1.8 pollution. per process, I believe. So per full process, every time this bar goes down, it's 1.8% adding pollution to the world. And that plays a factor into how your enemies in general evolve. You can have an easier game and progress to where you use electricity more and more and completely avoid using coal and burning stuff, but that means you're slowing your game down. So it depends on how fast you want your game to go and how aggressive you want your game to be. From my knowledge, there is no peaceful. This is what it is. So in order to craft anything, you hit E. And in my case, right in this area with the 5dem, this is because I have mods installed. Not just the 5dem, but there's other things on here that denote the mod and stuff. In my opinion, the first thing you want to strive for, your first goal is you want to build a couple furnaces, and you want to build a boiler and a steam engine. The boilers produce less pollution, and the steam engines produce no pollution at all. So what you want to do is get your boilers, your steam engines, and you also need a pump. I have no idea where everything is now because of the mod that I have installed. In order to get a pump, we need iron pipe, iron gears, and some basic circuits. What I like about this game is that everything's done automatically. You don't have to go and produce these things manually. So we're going to take that out of there. We're going to throw some copper here and start producing some copper because we need copper plates in order to make we need copper basic circuit boards, and it requires copper cable. Copper cable is made from one copper plate. Sorry about that. So yeah, there is ore doubling, but we're nowhere near that point to be doing that. So yeah, this is the slow and arduous process of getting to where we need to get to. There is transport belts. You can set up a trading system, so you can start trading precious gems, and you can use the precious gems for other things, different machineries and stuff. There are mods that allow you to, once you reach the goal of being able to explore the galaxy, you can set up trade routes and stuff. That point in the game, if you have those particular mods, it's not the end of the world. End of the game, I should say. I'm gonna make a iron chest. Right mouse button is to zoom in, or not right mouse button. Middle mouse button is to zoom in and out. The right mouse button is to perform actions. So mining, recovering machinery and stuff like that. Throw that back in there. Stuff like that. The left mouse button is to accept actions and stuff. So if I wanted to access my stone furnace, I just left click on it. This game can be overwhelming at times, but it is nowhere near difficult or impossible. You can make it very difficult. That's what I love about it. The difficulty is, depends on you. How difficult do you want your game to be? Stuff like that. I usually set up 2 boilers. The hotter the water gets, the better. And I go from 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. And it looks like we need more pipes. So, luckily I have this mod on. It adds different types of pipes to the game. That. Okay. So I can reclaim those. If you're placing down an item, an object, whatever, press R, and it will rotate them. Now, these pipes won't connect to anything else other than whatever you connect them to. It's just the particular mod that I have on. And it's not the end of the world, we'll just do that. And now, these need to be able to, before they actually start to function, you have to get your boilers up and running, which isn't impossible. But these won't work until they have an output source for their electricity. This keeps them, you know, I guess you could say safe. But we need a lot of iron in order to make what we need to make. So I'm going to process this iron to make what we need, and I'll be right back. Alright, I believe we're back. Yes, we are. So, I processed our iron that we needed. Need about 20 iron to make an electric mining drill. So we'll make one of those. And then you need about 20 iron, 15 copper plates, 20 iron plates, and 2.5 pieces of wood in order to make a lab. Labs are used to... these are your basically your baby. These are your bread and butter. This is what you use to research new machines, and this is what you're using to get to the end game. Without this, you are not getting anywhere. The main thing I would say is the most important, in my opinion, to research first would be tool belts, military, or armor. And it all depends on how you play. Are you not worried about the enemies and worried about, you know, item management and all that? Research tool belt. Are you worried about the enemies but not too worried about defeating them because you're taking it easy? You're going down that middle road and you're walking that fine line between over pollution and keeping the environment clean. Turtle up. Here's your defense. Are you worried about, you know, you're not worried about defense, you're not worried about item management. You'll just deal with the threats as they come along. Go down the military route. For me, I like tool belt or armor crafting. That's just me personally. It's just something I would do. Now, if you're not worried about any of those, the fourth thing I would worry about is turrets. This allows you to build a small gun turret, and the only thing you have to do is maintain ammo for it, and you're good to go. It's a nice little thing to make. So this lab requires power. These little guys here are your power. They're telephone poles for your for power for your base. Their range is not great. As you can see, it's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces away, and you need another one. But I usually do about 2, and then do a third one that junctions them all together. And once you get something that uses power, these things will eventually kick on and use the power. But we're not ready yet because the research station needs science packs. Without these science packs, your research ain't going nowhere. These science packs are made by hand. And where are they? There we go. Science pack 1 is just copper and iron gears. We can make 5 of those instantly. Over here to your research facility and just throw them in. You see how fast it burned through. That's because I have the a mod on. I'll get I have one of the cheats on for the game to speed up research, because I didn't know how long this video was going to take. I didn't want it taking 9 years for us to get to a specific point. So I'll be right back. I'm going to get some more science packs, and then we'll go from there. Alright, we're back. I got, I think, 100, either 100 or 1,000 science packs. Just use the quick code for it. And I researched military, and we get a whole bunch of stuff. This is, you know, bullet damage 2, bullet shooting speed 1, shell damage, just some nice stuff like that. Next up, we'll research tool belt, and this will eventually blaze through. But tool belt also needs science pack 2, so yeah, I gave myself 1,000. So yeah, this is the gist of what Factorio is. It's basically automation, survival, and you know, just a really down-to-earth, sci-fi, more sci-fi oriented game than like Minecraft or Terraria and stuff like that. Not to say that Minecraft can't be very science fiction. It can be. I just feel that Minecraft, in my opinion, is more of a mystical, magical kind of game more than a engineering aspect of a game, because it's not 100% realistic. Like, blocks float in midair, minus sand and gravel and other things if you have mods on, but I digress. So I'm going to load up my game real quick and show you what my game is like, and then we'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and this is how my game is all set up. I automate coal so that these things I don't have to babysit the boilers to make sure they're always constantly full. I normally set up the factory, the labs, so that they're automated and I don't have to babysit them. I automate my mines. These are the electric mining drills. I always automate those. There's some oil here. I don't delve in too much. It gets complicated, but you know, it is what it is. I am going to go for... Oop, got a upgrade here. I wanted to go for tool belt. I'm going to go for 8 labs here. That will basically have the game fly through production as far as research is concerned. So yeah, this is my little own personal game. I do have another one started already, but I don't think I did much on that one. I didn't like the world. Everything was just too far away from each other, and it was just a nightmare. This little buddy right here is the radar. This basically fills in your map up here in the top right hand corner. Fills in the map, shows you where places are, and it automatically logs where you're at. Your map does it anyway, but this does it with the radar does a little bit better. And I think there's an advanced radar with the mods I downloaded that will automatically warn you when enemies are coming. There's something green up here in the top left on the map. Let's go venture up that way real quick. I wonder if it's gems. I'm just hoping there's not a... Oh, coal. Nice. I'm just hoping there's not enemies near. Not ready to deal with those yet. I do have my gun, but it is what it is. And we have gems. These are gemstones. These are used to make different types of machines, and if I had the mod installed, used to trade for other goods and stuff once you reach that point in the game. So yeah, this is really good. Wow, there's a lot of gems in the area. There's another one up here. Not that big. But then there's a large one right here coming up. This one's huge. Got some tungsten next to it too. Sweet. And we have zinc. Nice. There's a lot of decent ores nearby. I'm actually liking this. As, my base real quick, so just in case there's enemies around. The biters, I believe, roam at night, but only after you initiate combat with them for the first time, if you set your game up like that. The biters will be roaming around at night, and if you don't have any base defenses or really good weaponry or damn good defenses, you might not survive your... I would go as far as your second or third night. This game can be pretty intense if you're not prepared. Take the rest of that out. So yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. I am your host, Blurry Guy 22. Hope you enjoyed the video as always. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this look at. Let me know if you want it to be an LP. I'm looking for a replacement game for Far Cry Wednesdays, our midweek drive, because that game, the PlayStation games, I would rather, now that I have the PC, I would rather have the Hog to record the PlayStation games to make them look nicer, crisper, have the audio be a little bit more decent. So yeah, with that said, let me know if you want this to take its place. If not, I will pick, give me some suggestions for games to take its place, and I'll see if I can get them to work on the PC. Now, this PC isn't a beast, but it is it's way better than the PC that we've had in the past. This is one of the best PCs that I've had in a long time, so yeah. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, party hard, but stay safe. And as always, stay foxy. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.